Phone. Phone was a god people used to communicate over distances both long and short. Without phone, people were isolated, an intolerable situation. Only criminals were without phone. Nearly everyone else used it religiously. Phone had a saying, "Reach out and touch someone." But phone was a way of communicating without touch, or sight and smell for that matter. Use of phone was a call. There were all kinds of call: casual, intimate, business, obscene. For many years, phone had one basic appearance that came in several colors, much like the human race. But then Washington, the father of the giants, ordered Phone's corporation, known as Ma Bell, to break apart. Washington said this would benefit humanity. Ma Bell did split up, and new giants were created. A war ensued. A child, Cellular Phone, was born, and also a bastard named Fax. Fax enjoyed some popularity for a short time, then slipped into obscurity, while cell phone proliferated, mutated, hooked up with the internet, a new god, and was worshipped by nearly everyone, with both conventional spoken prayers and a new form of devotion known as texting. Computer. Computer was an adding machine that was able to make decisions on a yes-no basis with incredible rapidity. This was far superior to the clumsy, imprecise decision-making ability of humans, who were all too easily sidetracked from yes-no by such things as maybe, why not, what if, what's for dinner, and what will mother say, to mention only a few. Some people believed that computer could not only solve problems, they thought it could think. And to the extent that things add up in life, those people were right. Computer was fantastic at splitting hairs. In the beginning of computer, there was UNIVAC, big, impressive, but lumbering, slow, and obsolete from the time that computer married Chip, a new god from the West, said to have been born in a mythical valley called Silicon. After the coming of Chip, individuals could afford to own computer, and computer was small enough to fit in the home. Computer units talked to each other over phone and did not mind the lack of touch, sight, or smell. Computer appeared as a hermaphrodite, known as hardware, software. Some of these odd creatures were incompatible and could not function. Computer did all the busy work for people who then had more free time or leisure, a greatly desired stepchild of the gods. Unfortunately, these people no longer knew that 2 plus 2 equaled 4, and computer was stuck trying to manage life, which didn't always add up. Eventually, out of computer came the internet, which rapidly grew from an awkward, gangly youth into a supergiant, which not only threatened to take over the world, but to become a new world itself. Internet, known as the web, spawned any number of gods, including Google, Facebook, YouTube, and Yahoo. Energy, economy. These were two of the greatest gods in the American pantheon. They were closely related, and many experts felt they were either twins or married. Some even said they were both, a shocking suggestion, but not impossible since morals were of no interest to the gods. Certainly there was a close connection. Energy appeared in many forms. The most common was electric. Electric was a true miracle worker, a magician, often represented as a swift messenger of the gods. Electric caused light at the flick of a switch, it chilled food and drink, warmed and cooled houses, activated radio and TV, cooked meals, drove computer. Electric was represented by powerful corporations known as utilities. They were supposed to be useful, friendly giants, and people depended on them for the flow of electric. In return, the utilities demanded large offerings and virtual homage. There were several sources of this electric: coal, gas, and petrol, running water, and nuke. Of these, nuke was feared and coal was dirty. Petrol and water did not mix, as was repeatedly proven by experiments conducted at sea. Gas was popular. All of them were in limited supply. Men who controlled the sources had power that was as miraculous and effective as electric. Therefore, people considered turning back to the sun for power. The sun was once a great god, but had since declined to the point where its main influence was as a good tan, a minor deity closely associated with leisure. While a good tan was in demand and valued far and wide, it was in no way as indispensable as electric. Economy was an utterly capricious god, its behavior a virtual emblem of their ways. Economy existed in countless fragments known as money. A saying on money read, "In God we trust." One way people worshiped money was in a ceremony they called the lottery, or lotto. Only lucky ones were embraced by lotto. Those who were spurned by economy went to live on welfare, a desolate, hard place, like an island of lepers. Those upon whom economy smiled lived on Easy Street, a place of affluence and gaiety. The residents of Easy Street frequently mistook their good fortune with this god for personal superiority and moral excellence. Money, the fuel of economy, was a trickster, another magician like electric. For most people, money disappeared, but for others, it multiplied like mayflies. There were two great temples erected to the worship of money, one in Las Vegas and the other in Atlantic City. People came there to pay their respects and to pray and trust in this fickle god. Oddly, the priests of money lived elsewhere, on Wall Street. Great amounts of money were called megabucks. Demigods, such as jocks, stars, DJs, and celebrities, all earned megabucks, but it vanished quickly for most of them. A great deal of money is said to have disappeared up people's noses. The real megabucks stayed with the people who controlled the power, energy, and also the ones clever enough to sell insurance.